All right, mercenaries, Fox is back. A little frustrated because I haven't been able to build a really new mech. I was able to get the Trebuchet back, which was people seem to like. So this mech is back. I was also able to more properly outfit it. I'm frustrated because storage. We're very close to finishing some mechs. Like, I've got 2 out of 3 pieces for the cataphracts, or not the cataphracts, the cataphract, and that basically the issue I've been having is I keep getting some components to a whole variety of mechs, rather than like, oh, here's a good example. Here we have 1 piece of the catapult C4 and 1 piece of the catapult C1, and I'm like, if only you would give me 2 pieces of the same variant rather than 1 of each. I'd be so much closer to... I'd be so much closer to something more interesting. But that's basically how it's been. They've been giving me a very wide variety of things, so I'm like at the verge of being able to build something interesting. Another great example is here at the store. They're selling 2 pieces of the Marauder, which is another extremely legendary mech. It's one of the unseen, which I guess are like, yeah, I think it's still unseen. We'll talk about what the unseen are when I actually complete one of them. I believe 2 of the unseen are in this game, the Warhammer and the Marauder, but it's annoying. It's also annoying because I've been really pressed for time lately. I haven't had nearly as much time to play, so there might only be 1 upload today. But let's take a look at the pilots. As you can see, the pilots they're getting their skills, like they're starting to really fill out. You know, we're getting the advanced skill. I'm almost maxed out on tactics, which is going to allow us to salvage mechs more effectively because of called shot mastery. Like, it allows me to disable the mechs and claim them intact a bit more reliably. Lore only needs 200 EXP to get the tactics master tactician.
Ready for orders.
And otherwise, everyone is definitely coming along. We're definitely doing okay there. As far as the ship goes, we've made a decent number of upgrades. A lot of the mech bay upgrades are coming along. We've just gotten into more med bay upgrades because having a pilot injured, sometimes they're out forever and ever and ever and ever, so you really need those med bays just to kind of cut down on the constant time off from the injuries. And same with the battle mechs. If a mech gets really banged up, you really need a lot of mech tech points. At any rate, though, let's go ahead and choose a mission. So, since I didn't have something super different, what I wanted to do instead was, let's do a different mission altogether. We're going to do a base defense mission. One thing I'm hoping for is the ability to rake in a lot of salvage here, so I'm actually going to pull the salvage up to the max. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but the other thing is I don't want a lot of C-bill payment on defense missions because sometimes these missions go really poorly. And as a result of that, we just don't want to do that. In fact, the Hunchback's not even going to come with us. We need a lot of long range. You either need to be really fast, or you need to have a lot of long-range firepower in this mission. So we're going to bring Lore in the Trebuchet. He said he liked that mech quite a bit. Plus, he happens to be tactics, which is convenient since you want a high tactics level when operating a missile boat. And I will bring in Mad Cat in the Blackjack, high accuracy, perfect for that kind of sniper. And we'll bring Lobo in for the fire starter since he's our piloting specialist. So, defend the base. The reason it can be a bit iffy is because the enemy, they really focus on getting the job done. They tend to ignore you, and they tend to go straight for the mission objective, which is to destroy the buildings you're guarding. And, yeah, that can go really poorly. Like, you definitely want to have a weight advantage. Like, some people are like, oh man, you need to go be a man and fight, like, even battles. You don't want to fight even battles on defend the base. You want to overkill it a bit, at least by a bit, because, like I said, the enemies can just blow past you and just completely focus down the objectives, and if you can't destroy them fast enough,
interface initiated.
Then it's going to become a problem. Commander, we need to protect the local government base and keep the VIPs safe. As expected, we have multiple Capellan units. Hold the base, keep the buildings upright, and eliminate any threats. Oliviera out. Our employer is providing us with extra support, Commander. There are point defenses set up around the base. Unfortunately for us, they're offline. Fortunately, though, we've got a team of local government engineers who can bring them back online. Escort them to the generators, and we can boost our firepower and repel the Capellan forces. That's the first thing we want to do, is see if we can distract the enemy. Unfortunately, our fire starter, which is our fastest mech, is on the farthest possible way to the APCs. If the APCs don't make it, then we don't get the turrets. And as you can see, they're immediately jumping on the objectives. Like, they do not waste any time. And also, you can just wind up being heavily outnumbered as well. Like, they will bring the numbers out in this mission. This is not a great shot, but I just want to get my weapons shooting, because that's the way these defense missions work. Wheeled APC, fortunately a really fast vehicle, not very heavily armored, but very fast, and it's traveling along the road. Let's see. Guess I'll just go right here and take a shot at him. Once again, we're just going to take shots and hope we get lucky, because we just need to start thinning them out.
Orders?
And wonderful, you are trapped inside the base. So they really gave us a really stinky starting position. I'm pretty sure the vehicles are going to get there, especially because the Sleipner APC is way more heavily armored. So, if you're not an insanely fast battle mech, then you want to stay near the base. If you are a fast battle mech like the Firestarter, it's okay for it to move away from the base, but everyone else, that's why I brought a lot of long-range mechs. We just have to stay near the base, because the enemy reinforcements are going to arrive, and they can appear from all sorts of different directions, and if you get too far away from the base, then you're not going to be able to adjust in time. I'm going to reserve and let them go, because that guy already... Okay, here we go. The turrets are going to come online. The engineers are in position and have disembarked from the APCs. The vehicles will scatter and support you. Just keep those turrets online. So, now it doesn't matter if the vehicles are destroyed. The reason we chose low C-bills is because, one, defense missions, it tends to involve a lot of enemies, so there can be a lot of salvage here. And two, if we wind up failing a whole bunch of objectives, then we're not going to get all the bonus C-bills anyways. Gonna reserve again. So that's handy right there. The vehicle used its ability to detect, and now I have a better target to shoot at. Looks like we got his main weapon. The AC-5 was destroyed.
Yup.
And we're all gonna shoot at that guy instead.
10-4.
Have some missiles!
I got it.
Got the jump jet.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Haven't hit anything super important besides the AC-5. Oh, now the turret is firing.
Receiving you.
It's a damn shame that he got revealed like that, isn't it? Let's see, well, no, I don't think this is going to take him out. Could do some serious damage, though. It was okay, hit one, miss one. Turrets are firing. This is not me. Some of these attacks are not me, some of these attacks are the turrets. Okay, so this guy's coming up. Don't know what he shot at. Oh, he shot at the at the Trebuchet.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, so now I'm in range to actually put some damage on this guy. So we're gonna jump in behind him.
Here we go.
Oh, I didn't realize I have fast mode on. Well, that's fine. Let's just take the shot here. I want to save heat, so I'm not going to fire the medium lasers. They also have 40% probability to hit.
Taking the shot.
Left arm, left torso.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Okay, looks like I gotta... Let me wait for them to stop moving. That's a miss. Oh, one thing I should say is the goal. This is a mission that actually has two win conditions. One of them is hold out for 10 rounds, and then we just win. But alternatively, we can wipe out the enemy force. That's another option. Let's go for the locust here. Okay, that was a fortunate hit on the leg. Oh, I just got him. The follow-up missiles finished him off.
Destroyed.
Skipper.
So the first wave of their attackers is not looking too good.
You got it. Let's see what you got.
Oh man, that did a lot of damage. He lost left
You
torso,
like that?
left arm, right torso, right arm. So now he's just legs. He's just legs with a body, and his main weapon is gone too. So there we go. Let's go over here and finish him off. Hopefully, unless we miss, which could happen.
Firing on target.
Oh, it's a hit, but he survived it. The turret, he's not going to survive the turrets, though. The vehicle chooses to scan him. When he gets scanned, it reveals him on the map, and then it removes 2 of his evasion. Yep, that's the end of him. Okay, so this one seems to be a
Picking up a new sensor.
lighter first attack, but
like
sometimes that
enemy
means the
reinforcements.
second attack is really huge. So as you can see, they did drop the enemy behind us. Fortunately, we didn't go too far away from the base.
What do you need?
And then, like I said, this mech is really fast, so it can... Let me see, what's the farthest I can... That's the farthest I can get. Gonna try to go along the road, because you do get a movement bonus. And also, the road is leading towards enemies, so that's perfectly fine with me. Let's see how many enemies are up here. I'm certain there's more than the one mech. They're just not in range of our sensors yet. A large laser. Not sure what mech that is yet. That's probably the missile locust, because it looked like two volleys of LRM-5s. That looks like another one, so it looks like it might be a missile support squad that dropped in. Yep. Yeah, they probably dropped in 4 missile locusts, which is annoying, because missiles are really long range. And it's just going to start chiseling away at our vehicles, which is super annoying. Oh, I got a shot on him here. So I'm gonna jump over here. I don't have a shot at him because his evasion is too high. I might take a shot at him anyways. Maybe we get lucky. Don't want to heat up too much though, so I'm just gonna shoot the AC-5. That's my strongest weapon that doesn't generate much heat. But no, we don't get lucky.
No damage detected.
However, the most important thing is I did reveal him. And since I revealed him, that means some of the other mechs can take a shot, but he still has a ton of evasion. So, so he scanned an enemy, which means we have another valid target to shoot at,
Roger that, Commander.
which is fine. Now we can just see what we're more likely to hit. We have way better accuracy on the commandos, so let's just go ahead and shoot at the commando.
Ready for orders.
We're gonna run. Just because
Good
this
to go.
mech doesn't have anything to shoot at. We don't have to worry about
No
being in
target.
cover nearly as much in a defense mission because the enemy has a tendency to ignore us. Sometimes they will change their mind, so you do need to think about it a little bit. So what's probably going to happen is Lobo's going to be going after the 4 mechs that are the fire support team. Let's see if the turrets can do some damage. Okay. The turrets are wearing down this commando. But not enough to bring any of them down yet.
Receiving you.
So the forest slows you down, so I am going to need to jump
Copy
through the
that.
forest. Still, like, look at that. We're so much closer to them, and they're still not even on our radar. Took a shot at me for no particular reason. That was a really not smart move. I'm grateful for it, though. Like, it buys us some time. So we're probably going to lose the bonus money for ensuring all the buildings survive. That's fine, though. We chose the minimum amount of C-bill payment. So this is the one that has the large laser. What are you? Oh, okay, you're a commando with a large laser. And here comes a massive volley of missiles that's going to take them forever to get through. Go ahead, keep shooting.
A friendly structure has been destroyed.
Okay, so 2 more buildings can be destroyed. And if they destroy a 3rd one, then the mission's failed. More missiles, of course. One thing that would be nice is if we could kill their spotters. The people who have a visual on the buildings, because the missiles will not be able to fire if they can't see the target.
Confirmed.
Well, so I'm not going to get into cover here, because once again, I suspect they will not focus on me. This could bring the commando down. Yep, okay, good. Oh, the pilot was killed. Must have got a headshot on him with one of the
Target
autocannons. What is the wheeled APC gonna do? Scans the commando, that's good. I hope it does that every single time, because that just makes our attacks more accurate. Because they're stripping off some of their evasion. But I'm probably gonna go for the Locust 1M here. Because it's the guy with the missiles. And also, they're very, very fragile. Just like that, goes down.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Ready to rock.
I'm actually intentionally going to go for the indirect shot here. Because tactical specialists, they get more accuracy from shooting indirectly.
Affirmative.
Okay, that did some decent damage. Looks like we messed up some of his weapons. Sleipner APC, what are you gonna do? Gonna shoot and miss? Now it's the turret's turn. The turrets might bring the commando down. If the turrets bring the commando down, they lose their spotter. Okay, they lost their spotter. Now the missile mechs are gonna have to come forward until they can see one of the buildings to shoot at it. As they're doing right now. Which is perfect, because now we can get closer to them.
Roger.
I am not going to shoot. Yeah, that's 15% accuracy. So we're just going to use the jump jets to get through the terrain. So we wiped out that attack force on the side way more effectively than I thought we would. Which is really paying off here. Like I said, they're all being forced to come forward. And like I thought, they are all a bunch of Locust 1Ms. It seems like they're not even going to be worth shooting at in this round, because they all sprinted, which means they all have very high evasion. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sprint to close the distance with them as well. So with 5 rounds remaining, that's more than enough time to destroy all 4 of them.
What are your orders, Skipper?
What's up, boss?
A little bit trapped in the forest, which is slowing our running speed down.
Yup.
Which is annoying in this one, considering that
Acknowledged, Commander.
we're trying to stop them from killing our buildings. That's a pretty good shot. Even though he only has 1 level of defense, so that's fine. This will do a lot of damage, possibly bring it down. Yep, that's the end of him.
I need a new target.
Those mechs are so fragile that anything brings them down. They get sneezed on and they go down. The turrets might actually get one of them, for example. Nope, not quite. Let's see what they decide to do. Okay, the guards. That's fine, you're not shooting at the buildings. And that means I can jump behind him like this. I can make an attack from behind because that will ignore his defense bonus.
Gotcha.
And we didn't get lucky and get one of the ammo. Normally the machine guns will destroy their ammo and cause their ammo to blow up. But we still did a lot of damage to it. Looks like they're all choosing to guard, which is not what this mech is good at. This mech is not good at just defending. Like, it's not a very heavily armored mech. I'm not complaining, though. We're just going to close the distance and finish them off. Who do I have the best accuracy on? This one? Survives from its evasion, which is unfortunate. Scanning them, which is good, reducing their evasion further. I'm going to let the other vehicle go. Let's let both the
Reserving
vehicles
action.
make their move. Shoots and misses, but he does remove 1 evasion with the shot.
Skipper?
Okay, let's see. Let's get probably this guy. Finish the job.
Accuracy.
Although that may have been a mistake. It depends on if the other guy will have a shot on something.
Standing by.
Oh, never mind. He'll have a shot. I guess we'll go for the Locust here, since he's already pretty banged up. Let's see if we can finish him off.
Roger that.
And we do.
We can salvage that.
And can the turrets finish the last one off? It's showering missiles over here, but the Locust is still standing. Seems like he's just barely holding on. Gets our LRM turret, but that does not count towards the base
Ready
buildings.
for orders.
And I'm just gonna have him punch him in the butt. Here comes the butt kicking. And he kicked his butt. It's a pretty cool screenshot, actually. If I can remember to use it. A lot of times I forget to use it. So we wiped him out. And that means that that ends the defense mission. I was hoping it would be a little bit harder. I wanted to showcase how, like, a lot of people don't like the defense missions because like, they feel like they can get pretty cheap. I agree. Sometimes I do think the defense missions are over-tuned, but that's why I highly advise doing what I did and deploying a vastly superior force to them. Because, and so we did get a lot of the bonuses, which doesn't amount to much since we didn't accept much in C-bills. But on the other end, we get a ton of salvage here, so let's grab a bunch of battle mechs to sell. I will take the Shadowhawk. That was the biggest mech that they sent. And I guess a bunch of these Locust 1Ms. Let's see what battle mechs we complete, so we'll be able to sell them off. That's how we could compensate for the lack of C-bills. Now, there was a pretty short mission, so I guess I will record a second battle while I'm here. I'm gonna probably, I believe there was a 2-skull battle. Well, there was one that was I want to get into a battle that I'm kind of forced to withdraw from, so I can show you, like, what the impact of withdrawing is, because, like, you could get into battles that are too difficult, and it's important to recognize, like, what a battle is not worth it. Wow, look at all that. That's every time that thing popped up, that was a battle mech that we finished. So we finished 4 battle mechs there, and what I could do is just put all of them into storage, just like this, and I'm gonna sell them off at the store. So we'll sell this one, we'll sell both of these, oops, and then we'll sell this one. And that's how we can compensate for some of the losses that we get from it. If that mission went really poorly, but we still succeeded, we wouldn't be getting any of those C-bill bonuses. And that's very common for defense missions. At any rate, I'm gonna get the next episode going after I take a caffeine pill so that I do not fall asleep at work tonight. But before I go, I do want to record a second episode and have it rendering while I'm on my shift. At any rate, that is the end of this episode. Hopefully I can clock more time into this game and actually have, like, a really awesome mech to show, probably on the next upload of BattleTech. But at the same time, this mission here, I am suspicious of. This could be a really interesting one right here. This Take the Bait. There could be some pretty big, you know, it's, the payment is pretty good. This one also, look at this one, it's a 1.5 stars, but it's paying more money. That's suspicious. Like, when they pay you a lot of money, that usually makes me like, why is that? That's a high payment for the difficulty. Is there something that you're not telling me? It makes me a little bit superstitious. Anyways, I will see you in the next episode. Like this video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future BattleTech content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.